906 Outdoors is brought to you in part by Orion Hunting Products. Welcome to 906 Outdoors. It's late September and we're woodcock hunting with Hooks Huever Guide Service.
Local
and
birds are
products.
here and then they take off and then the flight birds come down. If you could catch it just at the right time, it could be lots of action.
In the fall, we can do it all. Sometimes you just got to spend a day in the woods.
For hunting, fishing, cooking, and sightseeing. 9 million acres of forest, 1,700 miles of continuous shoreline, 4,300 lakes, 12,000 miles of streams, more than 300 waterfalls, 15 counties, 2 time zones, and 1 area code. Welcome to the Upper Peninsula. Welcome to 906 Outdoors. .906 Outdoors is brought to you by Cooking Wild Seasonings. Make it fresh, make it yours. It was a gorgeous fall morning. Jim called and asked if I wanted to get together for some woodcock hunting.
Okay, what are we going to do now? Going to go chase some birds? Are we? Are there birds in here? We'll find out, eh?
My plans for cutting firewood were immediately canceled. Not a tough choice.
Oh, we're going to go chase some grouse woodcock. A little windy today, but not too bad. Kind of dry. We'll find out how the scent is holding, whether or not we can get some birds. You ready to go, Hoove? Let's go. Hunt them up. Free. I like these knobs that are sticking out. Sometimes they just like to sit up there. I don't know if there's better vision or whatever, but they also like the real creek bottoms too, where it's thick where you can't get through. So the woodcock is a timing thing more than anything. They're here early, the local birds are here, and then they take off and then the flight birds come down. And if you could catch it just at the right time, when the leaves start to come off the trees and the flight birds are in, it could be an exciting, lots of action. Now it's easy to see, but there's not very many birds here. Earlier in the year, lots of leaves on the trees, the birds are here and it's hard to get a shot off. It's just like really quick. So the favorite thing is excuse number 72. The bird goes up over here, you go like that, that's a 72. 67, that's the sun got in my eyes. There's 100 different excuses how not to hit a bird. I think I've done them all. All right, let's go. You about wore out this cover, Hoover. You hot? You hot? Here. So this is nice stuff. It's wrist-sized popple. It's what you're looking for. Like this one and the bigger one over here. It's a little young, but they still should hold birds. If they're still here. Hope they haven't flown. Butterfly. Is there birds in the tree? Is there birds in there? This is good canopy cover, especially if it gets nasty out. They'll hunker underneath there and get out of the weather. I think I should let a bird go down over here. Woodcock. Well, I'm not gonna shoot. See, now he didn't push that bird. It just got up on its own. And it went over here too. Where'd that bird go, Hoove? Yeah, I saw him free fly and land right there. Well, I haven't missed yet.
Today's show is brought to you in part by Rapid River Knife Works, home of Michigan's largest custom knife factory showroom.
This is wild raspberries. They clear cut this stuff. Sometimes it grows back in aspen and sometimes it grows back in raspberries. This is kind of a mixture, but very typical. Birds will eat the raspberries, but that's the summer mast. They're all gone by now. Every once in a while you find some blackberry in the fall like this, but raspberries are earlier. When Hoover was younger, he used to hate raspberries. He's getting a little tougher now in his old age. He'd skirt around the whole patch. Now he just bulls his way through. Once you know your dog, you know when he's hot on a bird, and then you got to try to get there. Sometimes he'll be on a running grouse and you just don't have a chance. Other times if I whoa him and make him stop and let me catch up to him, then we got a half a chance of getting to him. That's why we like that lighter colored dog in the woods like this, where you can kind of watch him, and it helps with the beeper too. Till he gets too far, like this. Yeah, the expression is he's getting birdie, which means he's got scent, and he's trying to figure that out. So as their tail starts going faster, and they change their whole cadence and of their walk, and then sometimes they go into creepy crawler mode. Other times they just bolt, but it's always a mystery. There it goes. I don't know if I got it or not. He was hot on that bird. Get that, get it, fetch it up, fetch it up. Good boy. Good boy, here, come on. Here, come on. What'd you get? Oh, you're such a good boy. Out. Out. Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Success. You did well, Hoover. Little tongue action there. Be a male, shorter bill. Be the male. The female's got a little longer bill. Anyway, one in a bag. Congratulations on your achievement, Hoover. May you have continued success. The one thing that concerns us, we're fortunate to get up 2 birds, killed 1. Didn't shoot at the other one. But if you got woodcock in here, what they do is they're eating worms and bugs. They have a prehensile beak. They dig down and grab it, and then they'll get rid of the worms and out the back end, and you'll have a splash about the size of a silver dollar. It's white with a little grayish in there. And that's the markings of good cover when you're seeing that splash around. I'm not seeing hardly any, which means there's hardly any birds. Most guys will just take and cut the breasts out of the woodcock, skin it, you know, like anything else. Like the guys that take the breasts out of the pheasant and don't take the legs, just a waste. So I learned this from a friend of mine who learned it from a friend of his. If you just lightly pluck these things, just continue on, pull the feathers off the wing. Almost unleaded. This is one of the easiest birds to clean. Feathers just fall off. This is a nice mature bird too, because there's no pin feathers. If you get a bunch of them like this, the best thing to do before you gut them is pluck them all, because your fingers get all full of blood and then the feathers stick to them and they're a pain. A lot of dogs won't pick up woodcock. There's just different taste to them. But Hoover will pick up anything. And a clippity. So you saute this healthful trail up in butter and garlic and you eat it. It separates the squeamish from the tough. Liver. You gotta have heart. There. And you just do a final cleanup later. You chase the screw down into the BB hole, wind it in there, pull it out, and the BB comes out with the feathers. Soak them for a day or 2, and then the BB will show up if there's any dark spots on there. BB and feathers. Marinate these in some dressing of your choice, French dressing, Italian dressing, urban garlic, whatever, and then grill them backside down first for about 4 minutes. Flip them over just until they're medium rare, and they do not taste like flying liver. Empty the water and change it 2-3 times. Take care of your meat. That's it. $1,000 a pound.
.906 Outdoors is brought to you in part by Christ, your Northwoods neighborhood store. Fall is an amazing time of year in the Upper Peninsula, particularly if you enjoy the outdoors. Hunting maybe? You can hunt grouse, woodcock, pheasant,
Shot.
ducks, geese, turkey, bear, and deer all on the same day if you like. If you're a trapper, your months of preparation are done and it's time to make it work. Maybe some fishing. Walleyes and smallmouth are fattened up and hungry for more. And fall is arguably the best time of year to sneak up on a brookie adorned in full spawning colors. Speaking of colors, the woods are filled with the most amazing natural display of color imaginable. The sweet smell of dried maple and aspen leaves fills the air. Yeah, fall in the UP is as good as it gets anywhere. Each of these traits of fall provides a great excuse for getting into the woods. But do we really need an excuse? Sometimes you just gotta stop and smell the leaves. Throw out all of the reasons for not going and embrace the reasons to go. So it was a beautiful September morning. I watched the sun peek through the trees and gradually light up the day. The sky was as clear as it gets. That was all I needed to convince me to drop whatever I was doing and satisfy my craving to hit the woods. Hunting? Yes. Fishing? Yes. Sightseeing? Yes. But mostly just to be in the woods. So I packed up a pile of gear and headed out. No matter where you live in the UP, you need not go far to be amazed. So I decided to start out close to home and see where that led. Pretty much any direction you choose this time of year, your trip begins with a color tour. It's the end of September, so my last chance to get in some brookie fishing. No secret spot, no prize fishing hole, just a spot along the road. The UP is home to a number of blue ribbon trout streams. I doubt very much this one would be classified as such, but it's exactly what I like. Just a small stretch of creek that meanders through some backwoods piece of UP lowland. No monster trout live here. Even a big one would be about as rare as finding another fisherman on the stream. But that's okay. It's a beautiful fall day, and I'm fishing for brook trout. Before moving on to any more fishing, I decided I would satisfy my urge to hunt. So I grabbed the shotgun and went for a walk. Slim chance of a bird for me. I'm typically way too impatient to walk a speed slow enough that I would recognize a hiding bird before he caught me trudging through the leaves. But, well, that's okay. It's a beautiful fall day, and I'm hunting birds. After an hour or so of sneaking around, I was back on the trail to the next trout stream. Of course, that means more color to her. It also means more bird hunting. It's hard to pass up an area that looks birdy. Plus, I need something for dinner, so I'll take every opportunity I can get. And there you have it, dinner. "906 Outdoors" is brought to you in part by Blades Bait and Tackle, your year-round connection to fishing Badenoch. I did some fishing, I did some hunting. I even managed to shoot some dinner. Now some relaxing, just driving, cruising through the fall woods, enjoying the scenery. Much in the same way it's hard to pass up an area that looks birdy, it's tough to pass up a spot that looks fishy. It's great to spend a morning sneaking down a backwoods trout stream. But driving around hitting culverts ain't a bad way to spend an afternoon. I'm always amazed by those things we can find right here in our UP backyard that others travel miles to experience. That grouse in my cooler is on today's menu, and I was starting to get hungry. So I headed south to one of my favorite spots, the Menominee River. I couldn't picture a better setting for dinner, and since I was in the area, a stop off at Pemmican Falls seemed to be a good addition to the sightseeing portion of my day. There are certainly a number of reasons we hunt and fish. One near the top of the list is food. Just upriver from Pemmican Falls is the perfect spot for dinner. Grouse and beans may not qualify as a 5-star meal in many places, but here, along the shore of the Menominee River, on a sunny fall day in the Upper Peninsula, I can think of nothing else I'd rather eat. Nobody that hunts would argue the fact that there's just something about cooking what you caught or grilling what you shot. Knowing that what you're cooking came directly from nature to your plate is never a bad thing. I shot it, I cleaned it, I prepared it, and I'm going to eat it. And so my day in the UP Fall Woods came to a close. And having dinner on the banks of the Menominee River is not at all a bad way to end it. I really didn't do a lot of anything, but everything I did made for a great day in the woods. Is there some moral to this story? Some meaning behind all of it? I don't know. It's just a day in the woods. I guess that's the point of it. It's just a day in the woods. It's simple. Because of where we live, we can do this any day, anytime. You don't really need a plan. Just hop in a car and drive 5 minutes and you're at your destination. Then spend the rest of the day checking it out. Am I going to do it again? You bet. Maybe next time I'll bring a kayak or a canoe. Maybe I'll do some pheasant hunting or try some goose hunting. Or I could start out with some bow hunting and then go fishing. Maybe I'll bring the camper. Or better yet, maybe a tent. Make it an overnighter. Feel free to join us on Facebook or visit us at 906outdoors.com. Thanks for watching, and we invite you to join us next week for another adventure right here on 906 Outdoors.